Hello, it's Sue in Stamping Sue in Connecticut.blogspot.com. Today I'm going to show you just how to put together a wiper card. It's a fun card, and I have a template. As usual, I like to do templates, where I made this one. It has the measurements on it, and I take it apart all the time, just so I can remember how to put things together. So, you're going to do this card here. I've got basically all the pieces together. I'm just going to show you how I finish it. So, we're going to start with the base card, which is 8.5 by 4 1/4. Now, there's two ways you can score this. You can either score it at 5.5 and 7, or I find an easier way is to score each piece at 1.5 and 3. And this one, you just start with it here, go 1.5 and 3, and then flip it over. And then you have the valley fold and the mountain fold. Now on this one, you have the valley fold and the mountain fold. So what we're going to do now is put some tape on the back of this, because we're going to adhere this right to here. And what I like to do is just square this up like so. Put a little mark so I know how far to put the glue or the tape, whatever I'm using. It is easier to use liquid glue. Then you have some maneuverable time. So I'm just going to put some glue on here. It's really not that much, it's just some thin lines of glue. Then I'm going to put it back here. I already have all the DSP, the decorative paper, adhered on. I'm going to flatten this out and then just square this up. And with the glue, if you don't press it down right away, you can just take it and, like I said, just square it up and then adhere it down. Just let it set for a minute, because we're going to be folding this back in order to do the other part of the card. I like to just take my bone folder and just adhere it down. Okay, now you have the card basically together. You don't put this part on until after you get the mechanism in. So first we're going to take this piece and I'm going to put it over here. So as long as I have the glue open, I'll just take the glue and again just put some thin lines of glue on there. Take my card, I like to flatten it out, and then just put this on here so it's basically even on all three sides. Okay, so now we have all the paper on the card. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this and just flip it over, flip it back. So we're just taking this end piece here and folding it back just to hold it open. And you can take your bone folder and give it a good press. Okay? Same with these. Okay. Now we're going to take our folding mechanism, which is 1 7/8 by 2 inches, I believe. But I'll have all the measurements up on my blog. Okay, and again, I like to have a template. So here's the template. And what you're going to do is you're going to fold this up to the top and just kind of square it off. just to make that triangle. Now, what I have found to make it easier, especially with this heavyweight cardstock, is just to lay this flat out, take my template, fold it back, put it on here, just match it up, take a pencil, put a little pencil line, then bring it over to my scoreboard, score it, and then I can fold it up a lot easier, like so. That's my tip for this mechanism. Now, if you see on my template here, if you open this up, here's our mechanism. It's straight. There's the fold. We're going to line it up straight with this other fold, just a little bit back so it doesn't get in the way of the folding. Okay? And then that goes down. And the one thing you need to keep in mind is you don't want anything hanging over the bottom or the top. Okay? So we're going to take this back. And we want to make this look like it's floating, so we have a little piece of acetate there, or window plastic, whichever you want to call it. So you can keep your template in front of you. Take your mechanism you just folded, and you're going to put it inside these two folds right here. This one and this one. Okay, so again, I like to use some glue so I have some movable time. Not too much because you don't want it oozing out. Okay, so you can put it flat. Just see where this is. I'll fold this under so you can see. So you're not going to go over that fold line. So you're going to put this right next to the fold line and about 1/16 of an inch or so away from the top. Give that a good press. Let that seal in there. I like to use my bone folder. And then this will fold down. And again, you don't want anything going over any of the fold lines. You don't want it going over there, and you don't want it going off the bottom. So here it is. You have your mechanism right here. There, you're going to square it off to the top and then fold it down on your score line. When you fold it down on your score line, you're going to take your acetate. I don't know if you can see. There's the acetate. Now I just cut this. You can measure it, but myself, I can't be bothered measuring. I'll cut it off once I get it on the card. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this end, we're going to tape it. I forgot to bring my tear and tape out. We're going to put a piece of tear and tape on the window plastic, like so. I don't know if it's easier to see it behind my hand or without. We're going to take off the release paper. I cut my fingernails, so I have no fingernails now to grab it. Okay, and then we're going to take this and we're going to tape it to our mechanism. Again, we're just, whoops, it's going over a little. Too much tape, so I'm just going to roll it back. There. Okay? I'm going to take this, tape it to our mechanism. Excuse me. A little bit of a dry throat. Okay? So there's our mechanism with our window plastic. It's just going right up to the edge there. Now, again, like I said, you don't want anything hanging over. So I'm just going to snip it with my scissors. And you don't have to be neat because nobody's going to see this. Now I'm going to take my ghost, since it's the Halloween card. Excuse me. Should have brought some water in here. And I'm going to tape these two ghosts together. First, I'm going to put them on the section here. Like I said, you don't want anything hanging off the bottom or hanging out the top. So I'm going to put these like this. And I'll get him a little higher, like so. So what I can do is just take my glue and just put a little glue on the bottom of him. Put him down again where I want him. So he's all basically inside this square. And I'll take this one and I'll put him on there. Like so. A little bit of glue there, I'll just take that out. There. Now, again, we're going to take our tear and tape. Where's the end of my tear and tape? There it is. Take a piece of tear and tape, put it on the window plastic. Again, take off the release paper, and then put these guys on the window plastic. Okay, so now we got that. So now we can fold up our card again. We got the valley fold and the mountain fold. We're going to put some glue or tape on here. I have the glue out, so we'll just use the glue. Okay. And we're going to take this, oops, keep this so you can see it, and we're just going to square this up on this side. We can hold our ghosts out of the way and just square this up over here. Right like that. Pick it up in our hands, make sure it's all square, and then we can hold it down. And then we can close our card, and there's nothing showing here, and there's nothing showing here, and that's what you want. Give that a good press, and then pop them up. I put the ghosts on upside down. I can change that later, but that's okay, because they're ghosts. Ghosts can fly any way they want. Just pull the end and pull them up. And then I had some other ghosts here somewhere. Here's one. And this is actually a die cut. I punched it out of pattern paper and then put a white one behind it. So we're going to just stick him on there. Little glue on there. And there we have our Halloween card. I got the boo up here, just in the corner. On the back, I have a place to write any kind of note I want to write. Here's the other one I made before, with the ghosts going the correct way. I'll turn those ghosts around once I stop the video. And again, this has it on the back. So that's our wiper card for today, and our convenient template. Like I said, I prefer to do templates. This way I always know how it goes together. And I have my little mechanism template, so I know where to fold that. And that's all for today. It's Sue and Stamping Sue in Connecticut. .blogspot.com. I hope you liked this little video, how I put together my wiper card. Give it a thumbs up if you like it so YouTube knows you're watching my little videos. Thank you for stopping by. Goodbye.